Here we go, aka Powders. We are live. And if you guys are not familiar with Monday Night Draw and Claw, it's been a little bit of time. And let me see, do I still have the intro? I may have to do the intro real quick. And here we go. I mean, come on, guys. Look, I love video production. I love putting things together. If you're new here, if you're finding me through some of the internet, the YouTube drama, guys, hey, cut the music. Yes, cut the music. Spiderfell, dude, I miss you, and I have to say, you know it. I'm a huge Ecstatics fan, like absolutely huge. I don't feel like Ecstatics belongs like in Marvel, but at the time they were deconstructing everything. I don't feel like the mutant era kind of died a little bit with Ecstatics and Agent X, but I love those books. I really do. So anyone new here, Peter A. DeLuca, aka Pat, another known as Peter A. DeLuca. We are rocking and rolling. So as I'm talking to you, we do have an Ed Piscord tribute going live in about 90 minutes. I said I was not going to do any videos today, but I felt like I should do something. And I know my positioning with Ed Piscor and all of the kayfabe stuff. I know it's very confusing to some people, and it befuddles me because I think I'm kind of clear on things, and I do understand the pushback, but at the same time, don't just feel like you don't have to shoot the messenger. I'm available. I can talk. Well, and I'm always curious of who the people that push back, if they're going to pop in. What is up, troll? We're getting ready for WrestleMania. Paul Heyman, right? Is Paul Heyman going into the Hall of Fame? Well, what, Saturday night or is it Friday? Yeah, dude. Yeah, news has been wild. And guys, let's not forget, I grew up on Mark Bright's Green Lantern, and he passed today too. So it's been it's it's crazy. And I normally don't comment on passings. The Nick. What's up, the Nick? Guys, real quick though, I need to get this done. I thought maybe some some coloring work would be best, because I also had this, this is from a while ago, like this Turbo. I have this one to ink. I'm just taking things off the top of my pile. I have this like Grinch one to do. So we might just hang out and do a lot of coloring. I would like to be live as my Piscord tribute goes live. We got Fatal J. I didn't want to watch your video, Fatal J. I saw you did something. Yeah, it was not to you. No way, dude. I didn't think so. Not at all. No, I reposted one of your comments in Jay to comment on what was happening to me in my feed. Okay. Sorry if that came off that way. We're just one big happy family here. And not saying prayer. No, dude, like it's crazy. Like I'm not joking, people. It's It's nuts. It really is. Hall of Fame is Friday. Let's effing go. People, keep in mind, let's talk about if you guys want to know contracts and negotiation and the idea of embedding yourself in a company. I talk about this a lot. Vince McMahon, and I know another hot topic. Vince McMahon, when he was speaking about Paul Heyman, when they were like, hey, like, did we let him go? Did we hire him? Like, what did we do about Paul Heyman? Because, like, he is a little bit of a troublemaker. And, corporate structure may not like Paul Heyman. And Vince McMahon said it's better to have Paul Heyman pissing from inside the castle instead of pissing onto the castle. So, like, meaning like inside pissing out versus outside pissing on. Yeah, dude. Some of it I will be doing something that's a little bit more targeted about all of this. I'm probably gonna let like a couple days go by, and because like it's kind of funny, like I'm the one being accused of monetizing and doing this and doing that, and there's people right now actively doing streams and all of this stuff. But like constructive criticism sometimes goes out the door. Yeah, dude, like he named names, and you do give him credit but I'll say this, guys. A lot of this, dude, and I know Rob Liefeld put out a statement. Jay, do you have Rob Liefeld's like feed? Like, can you see? Because I know Rob Liefeld put out a statement, but I cannot see it. So, everyone, real quick, we have Darth Talon here. I'm going to be working on Darth Talon. I just want to get all the reds out of the way, like the red lightsaber, and then I was going to pencil like her tattoos on, and then see what happens at that point. And cheers, guys, rocking and rolling. And swear to God, I know a lot of this stuff brought you guys to me, but at the same time, though, it's like, I mean, I was maybe the only kayfabe commentator that was regular, so whatever. People just want to lose their minds, and we still forget that there's victims involved with all of this, right? So it's confusing. It is a confusing thing. So maybe we will. What we can do is, if we want to kind of stay live until the Ed Piskor video, right? My tribute to Ed Piskor. So again, too, it's like people just want to make things simple and label stuff, and I don't. That's not me. We are complex individuals. We have different sets of feelings at different times, and I thought I would do something fitting to kind of just say, like a little bit of a thank you too. So that's going to go live in about 90 minutes. How's everyone doing today? Tatman, dude, I saw you were you were sending the when Ethan made the announcement earlier, you were all over that feed, dude. And hey, Tatman, guys, keep in mind, Tatman he's sticking to his guns, dude. Like, a lot of what he has to say is what I consider truth bombs, and we need more guys like him. He speaks with conviction until he disagrees with me. But yeah, guys, like wild times, and we just want to hang out and effing draw, though. We just want to draw. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people did. And, like, it's a when it comes to like some of this stuff, okay, it's back and forth, guys, because it's not like the kayfabers, it's not like they didn't participate in this stuff, and people knew it. Like people knew that they were a little bit scummy, like on their own. But I don't know, man. Like I'm a person that will, I grew up with a speech impediment, like a bad one, right? And you guys can kind of tell sometimes, like even with my, that's why it's hilarious for some of my videos. People are like, they'll make comments and they had no idea that technically they are pushing back against a person with a disability, and I'm sure that would just shatter their minds. But growing up with a speech impediment, everyone, you become a fighter. Like you learn to take an effing hit, and you get good with it. Especially if you are in South Jersey. South Jersey, 30 minutes from Philly. So you get the families that live in the city that move into town, and those are some of the people you deal with. But you fight, dude. Like you fight. Life is precious. It really is. They do. Like I'm not even joking. A couple weeks ago, I had a Dallas. My cat got sick, and that was like about like $3,000. Like if I valued life, I would have just been like, well, he's a Garner. No, let's spend $3,000 to get a animal healthy because you love the animal, and life is valuable. Life should be preserved. Right. Snowball. Yeah, not good. Snowball, what is happening? Yeah, I saw he was hard at home plate. Good seats, dude. But did the Phils win? They were tied when I last saw. Yeah, what's the look right here? Like, oh my God, the Phils lost 6-3. The Phils lost 6-3 to the Reds. I'm already done with the Phils. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and it's so upsetting though. I don't care. Like how people want to spin it. People still want to say kind of spin it that there's like no evidence and this and that, and I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think I think Ed thought there might have been some evidence. I don't know, dude. And there's a side of me that just wants to say this is far from over. I think this is going to change things. I think this is I don't think it's going to change like the Whisper Network or anything. I think people are going to just double down. And I think them internally are like good riddance type stuff. Like he's not one of us anymore. I think that's what he means by like how he lost his tribe. I don't think people think he's talking about the kayfabers, but no, I think he's speaking of the internal industry people that protected him. But I'm still befuddled that the comic book media, like where's the media on this? Oh, Tyson, thank you. Snowball. I have to say, I love the Felix the Cat. Maybe that's not supposed to be Felix, but I just always liked. I mean, I like watching Batman Returns because of the Felix the Cat in Returns. Yeah, they lost in the 10th, motherfuckers. That's it. Thank you, Tyson. Thank you, Tyson. Oh yeah, yeah, dude, Lord. The tattoo conventions is huge in Philly. Huge. It's bigger than it's got to be the biggest. Next to the auto show, it's got to be the biggest show that Philly gets. Those individuals take the city over. Well, like the part of the city that has the convention center. Lost in the tenth, yeah, yeah. Oh, the Redskins. The for it's been 3 years now since the Phils needed pitching. 3 years, and they got some guys, but they need they just don't have reliable pitching. And a little bit of the Philadelphia experiment is if they can build a team around bats, and they technically did, but but at the same time, you lost the World Series because you got cold, and you didn't even make it to the World Series the next year because of your pitching, and you got a little bit cold. Not totally cold. I feel like last year's uh, NLCS, right? That was the pitching. The pitching failed them like 1,000%. You go, you have two chances. Like you had two times, two wins, two potential wins, not two wins away. You were one win away twice in that NLCS. Enough to drive people crazy, But it doesn't matter, dude. The Diamondbacks get in, right, and they just get completely destroyed. So it kind of makes you say that the Phillies would have had a horrible matchup, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to pick out my spots here. Maybe the camera might have to get booted up a little. Maybe, right? Yeah, I know, dude. Did you see Paul? Did you see those designs for that stadium though? That Vegas baseball one, dude. It's insane. It looks like it's like the best sports stadium ever. And I thought what they did for the Raiders was incredible. It's just weird too that Vegas is even allowed to get a sports team. Again, just being like honest and clear about that. Here we go. So, like, a lot of my vision for this really was I wanted it to be black and white, and I just wanted the red lightsaber streaks to kind of do the work. But I'm getting I want to do like because she's going to be red, and I want to do like red where her having like these really deep blue highlights. So it's like red and blue, and it just, like just to kind of make it pop as much as possible. Yeah, catching up. No, I don't know. In a way, I'm not even interested in that. I know it's that's like you think about that, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, Lord T. I'm sure it will. Right? I mean, I'm sure we'll know, but Like now, can anyone verify? Did Harvey Picard did he die or did he do the? Because I kind of remember, geez, like someone told me a while ago that he um he committed suicide, but I never kind of. I'm just kind of remembering that now. I never confirmed it, but I don't think they spoke about. Like, did they ever speak about that on kayfabe? That Picard kind of. I don't know though. Maybe we can. Someone wants to look that up real quick. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of that. Keep in mind the people who. Here's the funny thing. Like statistically, the people who self terminate don't have a history of mental illness or like being diagnosed. But Ed may have, like, he may have been, like, like he could have been vulnerable, and this stuff kind of was a little bit of a like perfect storm. But it's sad, like you don't want that. Yeah, I'll still say it. I had this other idea, this other path. Like I thought our channels would meet in the middle, and they would be like the pro kayfabers, and it'll be like the NWO, like the anti kayfabers. Yeah, right. Like they're Lord Tat, dude, you are dead on. Because I even feel like part of the apology and explanation of like the stuff with that Molly girl, that was like you almost just like, oh, okay. Like I really feel like that's what and then I think he waited a week, kind of like you kind of want to imagine and extrapolate what some of the conversations he may have been texting to or trying to have on the phone with Jim Rugg. And then Jim kind of just basically like there must have been something that Rugg said to him in person before he sent that Instagram message, right? Like Rugg was a part of this, like the final catalyst, and you kind of just want to say, like if the two of them stuck to their guns, you kind of admit that you were stupid, because everyone universal agrees it was stupid. Like, and I want to say, like, that's almost like all they had to do, and if they just kind of were unified, but they, no unity. Yeah, maybe Paul, troll, maybe, dude. I think these people are protected, they're institutionalized, and they are insulated. I really do. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. The phone went off, and sometimes you just gotta see what the. It's like, oh, it's almost like now when the phone goes off, I like jump. No, it's Felix. Okay, nice. I used to have, like, in my old loft, I had Felix the cat clock, like a nice one, and I want to say I left it there by accident when I moved, and just said like, yeah, I'll buy a new one, and never did. Yeah, dude, I'm not joking, dude. He could bounce back in a couple weeks. I just think if they were tough, dude, if they were unified, joint statement, do a live stream, and they would have lost some subscribers. They might even had a true exodus of subscribers, but the people that stayed would have been. And like you kind of want to take, like you kind of you need perspective sometimes, and some of that stuff you take as a gift because it would have been a way for you to hone in on who your actual like diehard fans are, like how many of our current base, how many of these people are like absolute diehards. They would have been able to figure that out. And who like, let me quote Nancy Pelosi, not that she invented the quote, but remember when Nancy Pelosi said, never let a good disaster go to waste. There you go. But I think that's stuff for like strong-minded people, and I think that's a little bit of the sad part is the weakness of it all got exposed. Joe Dent, what's up, dude? Joe, cheers to you, Joe. Joe's one of the guys like the Nick over here and Troll. I just I owe a lot to these individuals. I really do. You guys inspire me. Like, no joke. You guys do. Every time I do something, I hope to see all of you. And I will check the Piss Score tribute real quick. And I gotta look up some Darth Talon reference real quick. Let's see here. I'm like in 3 separate Facebook like message groups about this. Multiple Twitter threads or Twitter DMs. There's just a lot happening. There is, and it's busy, So let's see. We have. Let me see. Can I see 43 minutes left? 43 minutes. Oh, Jay, just let me let me know what you want. Jay, if you want, dude, I will. If you want to just get something halfway fair, I want to experiment with how I mail some stuff out, and I can queue you up, and just let me know. Let me know like what you want, bud. Oh, Tyson. Dude, I don't have. I'm not wearing it, but dude, Tyson, real quick. Let me see. The Blue Jays 2000, 2002. I'll show you, Tyson. Let me see. 2002 logo. No, it's not this one. Maybe it's 2000, right? This one. Tyson. It took me about, holy crap. It took me a while to eventually get like a licensed Blue Jays hat with this logo. And it was like 2000. I believe they had it for like one season and they kind of just went away. But they just had the bird head with the J, and dude, I always thought this was one of the most creative, like this right here. Like, I always thought this was one of the most creative of all the sports logos. And I got one this year. And I'm not joking, Tyson. I was like, I love it. I wear the hat like around here just because I love the logo so much. And and in Philly, people, like, if you're not wearing like a Phil's hat, they think you're wearing something like this, they think you're from Toronto. What am I wearing? I'm wearing my Aldi hat right now, though. Yeah, black, white, and blood. Yes. Yeah. Troll, if you where are they? Guys, where are the I had the trading cards here somewhere. Oh, right here. Yeah. So like we did print those trading cards, troll. Like right here. So Boomer, really nice stuff. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been uh, cranking out and selling product because we're management nightmare. I'll leave it at that. And sometimes I people come to me and they're like, I can help you, I can do these things, and that stuff doesn't work out. And when it comes to, I'll say, like my supplemental like lines and even like moving original artwork to people, that's what I need help on. And I people just didn't work out. Hold up here. Darth Talon. Let's just get some Darth Talon reference going. So like Darth Talon doesn't have like we'll say like she doesn't have like, I guess like that's a good enough reference, right? There's like nothing distinguishing about her tattoos. That's what I was trying to say. She kind of has like tribal tattoos. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did he have cancer? Yeah, a lot of people did. Tyson. A lot of people thought that was an April Fool's joke. We kind like looking back. We hope that it was. Yeah, it's straight, no filter for 42 years. Yeah, 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 dude. Like, there's. I think when I said like, I said like Ed Piskor has demons and those demons have screenshots. Yeah, I think that kind of sums it up a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Spiderfield. 2K lost themselves 3 days ago. Yeah, Social Blade, in my view, is uh if you go in Social Blade, it's not 100% accurate. It's just not. But people go to Social Blade like when they Google a celebrity's net worth. Everything's like a loose guesstimation because Social Blade needs to be enabled to do what they do. Social Blade scrapes and reports in like real time. Just the way that technology works, it's not 100%. And but people, I get it. Like for reporting reasons, yeah. Yeah, the dark side of the pen. Yeah. Bun horse, dude. Bun horse. Cheers to you, bud. I know we were chit chatting earlier. Bun horse. Since I got your attention, Bun, can you tell me about the avatar? Tell me about this, because this reminds me of like the head that used to be on MTV. Tyson, Dark Side of the Ink. Yeah, I know, guys. Uh, it really kind of, I don't know if you can tell with like my tone, but it really, there are so many people leaving comments where like, oh, are you happy? Are you this? Like, aren't you glad you were a part of it? And it's just like, all right, like you're directing your anger clearly at the wrong person, right? But secondly, uh, why would I ever like no rational person would want what happened to Ed Piskor. Nobody. TF guys, come on. Gotta love the crow. Gotta love the crow. What Spiderfell, sorry, not tracking where it is at. Yeah, dude, Dr. Penn, dude, Dr. Ben, I am good. Yeah, dude, like it's like I'm dealing with a little bit of the onslaught, we'll call it. And it's taken time. But we did a like did you guys watch the Project X video? That video insane. But it's like keep going. We're gonna be doing Wildstorm or Wildstorm Wednesday. Hopefully, that will be a 2-episode drop on Wednesday. Top Cow Tuesday will be tomorrow, and a lot of this, because like, look, when I say there's like an AK pad army, it's not just like there's individuals that help, and we are pushing towards 8 o'clock releases. That's been a goal of mine for like a year now. And like I wanted to do 8 o'clock drops and maybe like 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. drops. So yeah, dude, like we're marching towards all of that like right now. So with the good comes the bad, right? And I just feel like collectively, like everyone, like we kind of have to weather a little bit of this storm. But you guys, dude, like you guys make it worthwhile. You really do. And you make a lot of this stuff fun. I'll say, because it can get, you spend time at the drawing table as much as me. And, I fight for my time at the drawing table. We're kind of in like a different work crisis right now. Like there's drama at the 9 to 5. I'll say like there's drama there. Took a call about that. Had a solid 1-hour conversation tonight about some of that stuff. And we got Ed Piskor on one end. We have work drama on another. And but you kind of get tough about it. You fight through things. Eric. Yeah. And then what? Switchblade. He said he had $75K deal on Switchblade shorties. Yeah, that is a lot to lose in 8 days. I agree, Joe Dent. 2K is a lot to lose. Got Tyson over here. Let's see, guys. I am doing my best to keep up and draw. Yeah, I had that as well. Yeah. DCAM. Yeah. Great. Yeah, well, dude, thank you. This, guys, I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm so into everyone's avatar. Because again, like, what is this dude? I want to draw him. I mean, everyone's avatar but Eric over here. But then again, he's the one with the lowercase e, so he himself is unique. Yeah, I like stats. Yeah. Oh, I had a tomb. Okay, so maybe, yeah. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah. I don't know if I did. Spider. I just there was if you like kind of track some of those, I'm kind of talking about things a little bit at it, like a piece by piece. And it was kind of like, do I just kind of like, all right, like let's just kind of have all these things develop and this and that. But in my view, I kind of also too as a like content creator, right? Because like you gotta look at yourself that way. I just felt like it was maybe like a little bit of grounds for me to experiment. Because like again, like I go like my everything I have with Piskor goes back 4 years, like and Jim Rugg. Like I have a long history of kind of, and I even know what some of the positions were of other people because I kind of do things in a vacuum, and I've been doing things in a vacuum for a very long time. And if you want to say like some of this stuff brought me into the forefront in a way, sure. Like, but at the same time, yeah, like you gotta kind of think about that stuff. And if it's like something to the point of what the nature of the allegations were, Yeah, I mean, like, that stuff can make you angry. But it's I don't think it's any harder than some of my other subjects. I mean, would you say I do Top Cow Tuesdays hard or Wildstorm Wednesdays hard? Wildstorm Wednesdays now is like 4 or 5 years old. And again, I do that stuff in a vacuum. I don't do that for validation. I'm not even a part of like the Wildstorm Facebook group because they didn't like me criticizing like Jim Lee and kind of speaking of some of their projects in a particular way. Like people just try and that's a part of the internet. It doesn't matter what you're doing. There's people that will try and shut you down. Like period. Thank you, TF. Thank you. See, TF, TF's my boy. Thank you. TF's now my real boy. Well, maybe. TF, I think we're going to have to get a DNA test. Yeah, AK Pat, thank you. Yeah, Project X, wild, dude. Wild. We will be doing Melting Pot, guys. If you're into Simon Bisley and Kitchen Sink and Peter Eastman or Kevin Eastman, I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many times I had to redo parts of Melting Pot because I kept saying Peter Laird and not Kevin Eastman. Like a lot. Yeah, well, here's the thing about some of the CG stuff. It wasn't until recently that I knew there was like a lot of these like fractions that split off. Like Cecil isn't CG anymore, and two of them. So like Ethan today, he does like this. I don't know who he gets to do some of these videos, but they are hilarious. But it was like Thundercats, and two of the individuals in that video were like currently in my DMs. Like up to like a week or two ago. Like we were having a continuing conversation for like artwork, and I had no idea that like things were splintered, and I don't know if it matters. Like it's goofy. Like I'm not joking. Bible Main 90s peak. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I thought about that, Eric. I thought about Red Room potentially spiking. I really did. And if it does, like curse anyone that pays a premium. Yeah. Yeah, like I think there was a general like interest or energy or like heat with kayfabe kind of getting it. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to pick out one of my blues here. Like kayfabe kind of like, and I mean it when I say it, like they popularized supporting kind of like bad comics and comics with bad artwork, and they would call them underground. But they would champion that, and when they like, I feel like they ran out of that, and then they went into like the interviews and tried to be like champions of the old heads that really weren't contributing to comics anymore. And then at that point, they kind of just went really hard with some of the wizard commentary and really divided people because like there is a little bit of like you feel the heat sometimes when some of these people just bring up Ed Piskor for those reasons. And like is it hypocritical to like you champion, like you kind of go hard against some of these image guys, right? You go really hard against them, but then you champion underground comics that really have questionable artwork decisions, we'll say, right? So I don't know if because some of her like tribal tattoos here are pencil. I don't know how many of those how much of that's going to get smeared and lost. But we will try our best here. But let's just see here. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to like kind of like maybe go back and figure out exactly how to get some of her tribal tattoos to kind of, I don't know, like come off better or be more noticeable. And I'm hoping some of you guys that are interested in my decisions, my micro decisions when I color, I'm hoping you guys get to kind of see some of that right now. But I go for heavy highlights. I absolutely love heavy highlights. A lot of times I will like draw things in a particular way, so it has like 3 or 4 like quadruple lighting. And yes, that is so like, just for example, like quadruple lighting is like something like, if let's just say we have like a shoulder, right? And we have like a bicep and like forearm, like right here though, right? And we got some striations. Let's just put the head in there. But we got the bicep. So we hard light it right here. And then we break this up in the crosshatch. So that's a reflection. And then here, like, we get the top light here, and then we can kind of break that up. So it's like you have like light here, you have light here, and you have light here. And then if I'm inking, I'll get the whiteout pen, and I'll add like additional like light sources that could be even like coming from here and here. And yes, like you keep that consistent as you work on the piece. Like, these are things that you formulate in your mind. Like your mind's eye sees it, not your son. Thank you for clearing my name, TF. Yeah, I gotcha, Joe Dent. Not what I signed up for. Yeah, Bisley is in there, but that I'm telling you, I don't. A little bit of that Project X commentary. I'm not saying it's Bisley. I really do feel like it's publishing and Kevin Eastman, and I just feel like Bisley, like whatever agreement they had, like, and you would get what you could get out of Bisley. Like, I think that's like how I feel about it. And look, guys, like, to be honest, like, Bisley is so effing awesome. Like, even him at that time, like at 50%, is like more energetic, more visceral than any contemporary. Like, no one's even close to him. And I think that's what makes a lot, like, his work is just like fun. Maybe like that's like how to describe it. It's just so much fun. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to focus here real quick. We'll get back to the chats. But really, absolutely flattered and grateful for all of you. Like, I'm not joking. It's just fun, like, it's fun to kind of draw and hang out with all of you. Tabat, yes. Signed copy. No way, dude. Like, and how is that not like how's that good? How's that good? That's insane. So anyone listening, signed copy Hip Hop Family Tree listing went for 700 to 2,000 within the last hour. 90% to charity. Okay, 90% to charity. Yeah. Do you mind responding to those who think you're complicit? Yeah, I already did 007. Did you have something like, like could you narrow that down a little bit? Pretty broad. Yeah, Francis. Science Lab, crazy. Yeah. I'm doing my best to keep up with you guys. They did show some good boot. Yeah, dude. Like, no, like you guys have to remember if you go through my videos, a lot of my commentary was like they do good. Like there's this really good side to it. I think a lot of it goes from the earlier stuff. I do feel like the channel changed, it evolved into, like I know people think I'm a hate channel, but kayfabe to me evolved into a what am I going to crap on next when I flip through Wizard channel. And I think a lot of the people who defend some of it don't understand that position of me. Like they just don't watch the channel, like the kayfabe channel. They're just upset that someone potentially got harmed and canceled and other things. Like they're more upset about that stuff. But like there was definitely an energy to that channel and to that work, but we have to take everything into account. And if you go through my feed, a lot of it too, like I slowed down on, like, because I was stockpiling like too much stuff. Like there was maybe another like 2 videos that were queued up within the next week that I was going to do, and then from there, there was additional like commentary just on some of these like other comments, and people would forward things to me, and they'd be like, "Oh, like they just said this and that," and there were people out there that looked at me as this like counter kayfabe voice, and it's just their opinions versus mine, their accounts of history versus mine, or what they want to see in history versus mine, right? Like kind of like, again, like 2 historians battling the implications and the cause of the Civil War, for example. So, but I always looked at it as, oh, like maybe like one day I can like debate Ed Piskor. Like I didn't want Jim Rugg, because to me Jim Rugg's like a he's an Ed McMahon. He just kind of went along, in my opinion, he just went along with whatever Piskor said. Right, like what did they ever disagree on that was like major? Like nothing. But yeah, dude, like still like a lot of good in that channel. But they were ignoring history. Yeah, don't forget Joe Dent when you get the fur coat. Yeah, the fur coat. Hey, dude, I would rock a nice vintage fur coat. I would. Like Don King style. Oh, okay, well, we got one. You are complicit. Hope you're happy. Yeah, see, like, guys, like, this is the stuff I was talking about. And look, like, it's not like I'm running away, like hitting it head on. Thank you, the Nick, the best live stream on YouTube. Thank you so much. No, should I write that down? Jasu, maybe like I follow so many people. I'll write that down. I'll look that one up, TF. Yeah, go bother Jim Rugg. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like that's like the thing. It's not. Yeah, wouldn't it be different if I was named? Like he actually named names, and there was a local news story that probably has 10 million views now. Last time I checked, it was 8 million. But you're telling me I did the damage, but the local news station did nothing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, can I? Let's see. Delete comment. Put user in timeout. Bane and delete all comments. Yeah, I can. I can. We can get rid of that right here, guys. So, but hey, it's there for the public record. The Nick. Yeah. Francis, I don't know. I really like if you want something, hit me up. Let me know. I just like working on things, okay? So some people come to me for like published work. If you're publishing something, I make it very affordable because I'd rather you be able to like use it. If you want a commission, commissions you probably like I don't do a lot. I don't take on a lot of commissions unless I like a little bit of what's happening. But yeah, let me know. Like reach out to me. Yeah. Oh, pages. Yeah. Yeah. If Francis, if you have pages and you're publishing something, I'll do it. I'll do it. I love working on pages. I really do. I love working on pages and other people's stories. I really do. Or cards. Yeah. 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 Dude. Trial by fire. I'm not joking. So here's the thing. Like I'll show you guys. Dude, I was about to do trial by fire stream because and I have dude, it's I know I have a comment in Indiegogo asking for an update that I did not respond to, but I'm just trying to find it real quick, guys. Let me get up here. So I was going to do a TBF stream, and I had this ready to go tonight. If you guys can see this overlay, Trial by Fire will be returning. We are like rocking and rolling with the coloring. I did want to do a video on even just like highlighting the, and it's hard to highlight it without calling people out, and I've been mindful of that. But the path to get a colorist for TBF that could color, and this makes me sound like I'm such a freaking egomaniac. I'm not easy to color. I'm just not. And people like they can do one page, they can maybe do two, doing enough to kind of help the book and to establish a style. I looked, I stopped looking, and I got way more efficient with coloring pages myself. So yeah, I would say very soon we'll do like there'll be a full TBF, and then it will go to print black and white, and then we're going to roll in the color. Everyone that originally ordered TBF will get all the packages. So like in all, I'm probably going to commit probably about 2,200 towards the people who already ordered. And keep in mind, the campaign did garbage, money wise. It did garbage. Let's just see. Yeah, here we go. Colin. Yeah, it's just like like things are just very confusing right now. Yeah, the blocky composition. Yeah, Bisley had like look, there's do I have that? I should have had that at arm's reach. I think it's in my other room. It's in my other room. Like we'll start doing that. When I'm sitting down, I will have the whatever book I did that day, I'll have here so we can kind of go back and forth. But there were so many shots in that one where you can kind of see like a larger intent, and this is why I go back and forth. A lot of times, like my recording is it could be the fourth or fifth take because the bigger and the more abstract ideas they're just tough to crystallize sometimes. But when I say intent, like some of those Bisley panels were there was so much intent within the panel, but you get what you get. And that's kind of where as like a reviewer, it gets maddening because you're like, what should the approach be? Should the approach be the final product only? Or do we have to look at this at what it could be and focus on that? And you balance it, but it's hard to balance it. I don't think balancing it serves it well. I think you have to take a hard position, I'll say. Yeah. Some eBay, that's a lot of eBay. Gatekeeping, gate pricing. Dude, I know guys that at one time they were buying up every single vintage video game, $1,000 a week to get that market cornered, and they did well, and they gate kept those video game prices. Yeah, I don't, I could not. I tried reading, more pre 2018. I agree with that. Uncle Ed, yeah, Uncle Ed. Okay. Oh, no way. Oh, then I'm not going to look up this artist. I'm not going to look them up, TF. Thank you for that. Yeah, pack all the trolls up. What's Frugal D? Nobody could see this happening. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, like, I really swear to God, no. I have a full length proper fur coat. Yeah. Dude, I would be all into I would even be into like a decent like leather fur vest. Cause like the in Philly, the autumns are such like their fashion seasons like themselves. That's why I like the Four Seasons, guys. Like you get to wear cool things 4 separate times a year. Guys, real quick, Friggle. Let me grab this 1 second, guys. Do we know what that reference was? I talk about this right here. Look at this, dog-eared and everything. Do you guys know who David Foster Wallace was? Because this is the precept of the channel. This is a part of my messaging. Guys, I don't know Friggle D. I don't. To make better comics, to be a better creator, to be more rounded, more of a complete person. We all love comics. Okay, you guys know I love comics. To have better insight into comics, we have to get into other things. We have to fall in love with other things that could be related or adjacent. David Foster Wallace is of a mind that is, I'm not joking. It's insane reading him because it's just like he's beyond good. And this book here is better than any comic I ever read. Okay. It's good to stretch it out, to like we read comics. I read comic books every single day, but we read this stuff too. Friggle D, you are holy shit, dude. I have David Foster Wallace coming up on my bingo card tonight, dude. Thank you. Thank you for making this a reason to talk about David. Yeah, I agree. David Foster. Yeah, I had a relative that he went across the street and he dropped off his dog to his neighbor that he was like really good friends with, and kind of said, I'm going on this like thing, like a quick trip, and it's work related, but could you like kind of watch the dog real quick, and like, do me a favor, or as my father would say, do me a solid. And he shot himself, and we were kind of like, that side of the family and mine were estranged, and like still are, and it was just like one of those things where he just went into the basement and like did it, and it's just kind of like, it's so sad when you try and imagine people's like final moments, and it's hard to grasp it. It's hard to like understand what the mindset is, but at the same time, it's a part of it is you have to hold life precious, like you do, like, and you have to hardline that stuff, and like, life is precious on all grounds. But that doesn't mean we can't be like critical of one another, and it doesn't mean like it excuses some of these other things. It doesn't. Metal movies, brewskis. I love that. MMB. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's good. Like, we're going to get there. Some of it too, dude. Like, Trial by Fire. Like, one of the reasons I haven't been a part of, like, people want to feature my artwork on their campaign. Like, I'm fine with, but that's one of the reasons why I've been away from funding for so long, is because I have to complete TBF, and I have to kind of get it out there. And if you guys ever seen the movie Aviator, the way Howard Hughes, or Leonardo DiCaprio, is with Hell's Angels, I'm not joking, dude. Like, that is how I feel when it comes to Trial by Fire, because it really is kind of like this commentary on the multiverse. And like, I go back and forth, and I write different parts, and I draw different pages, like all of it, and you go back and forth so much, and you think you have it like there, and you read it, and it's not there, and you take it back to formula. Like, you're almost like locked into your own development loop. But I think it's different to the people who they kind of crowdfund, and they don't speak about things, right? Like, I've I'll talk about it. I welcome the pushback. I know people are disappointed, and I can just kind of like, you go forward. Hey, thank you, Roast Doodle. Thank you. Thank you. Jeez, what are you guys? What are the two of you guys? You guys, flattery will get you everywhere, but thank you, Archivist. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with all of the names. Friggle, yes. Yeah, this is water. Yes. Or like water. I know. I get blasted for how I pronounce that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I would also YouTube, like, just search David Foster Wallace, like, interview on YouTube, and like, hearing him talk, and the way how he goes through like some of the philosophy, some of his positioning, it's good to kind of get that in your head, like, as you're reading him and before. Yeah, thank you. No, Friggle, dude. Yeah, Friggle, you brought it up. Here, you guys, do you guys want a quick movie quiz? You guys want a quick movie quiz? And keep in mind, I have, like, you guys see a little bit in some of the videos, like, there's a giant library, like, right here, okay? And everything I do is designed around my library. I'm going to show you guys a book, all right? I'm going to show you guys a book, Soul Uric. without looking it up, what movie came from one of this guy's books? It's not The Bag, but Soul Yurick is connected to one of my favorite movies, my absolute favorite movies of all time. Anyone know? Yeah, I know. Sad day. R.I.P. Piskor. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Jacob. See you, Jacob. No, was he? No, that can't be true. Is that true? Holy crap, I had no idea. All right, guys, I'm pulling Soul Yurick. I'll let that burn for a little bit. I need to figure out a little bit of what we're doing here with the red now. Or are we going to add a second highlight here? Sometimes there's just a lot of staring when you go back and forth on things. Let's see. I mean, I don't want to use the same red, right? Like I feel like I should have like a deeper red. I don't know if I have a burgundy. Do I? We got to check that Ed Piskor tribute too, guys. That should be live. No hashtags, no tags, no anything on that video too. We are, we're kind of going in just as is, and we're gonna let that sit there. So a lot of times for any red, a decent brown, you can do like brown or like even like a dark purple, to give that red like a different tone like underneath. And they're dark enough to kind of like come through the color, so they do transform the red. And that rule goes even down to Crayola markers. And look, these are old school Prismacolors. They don't even have tips like this anymore. I can't believe that, dude. Inquisitive activist, dude. You or inquisitive archivist. You blew my effing mind tonight, dude. I can't. That is insane. I guess it does explain a little bit, right, of the Bill Burr, his positioning, if as I like to call it. Like, do you guys think there is like a lack of, and I'm not going to just say like Comicsgate, but let's just say all of comics. Like, is there a lack of language? Like to where, because I just feel like, like when I just said positioning there, like I just feel like I'm always kind of reiterating that to the point of, like letting people know that it's not just like a opinion, like it's a position, and I just, it's goofy because there is like who's really talking to each other? Like there's no middle ground anymore within the industry. And I guess like we're seeing a lot of that right now with Eddie P. Like we're seeing this complete lack of positioning, and where it's like everything is all in or all out, and that's scary. Like that's no industry. Like that's not healthy. Let's check the. We should be close, aka Padders. Dude, I keep getting these like do better comments. Like, is that like a universal own? When people tell you to do better, usually when I tell people to do better, it's because I have nothing else to say. Like I can't think of what to say, so I tell them to do better. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the. Five minutes. We got 5 minutes left to go with the Ed Piskor tribute, everyone. Tyson, what we got? Yes. Devil Flyer. Devil, thanks for being patient. I feel like I'm always saying that to you. But Devil, you know a little. I don't know if you've been tracking all of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, we'll have you on Devil, how much time is left for your campaign? Because I still wanted to try and do something to promote it, but it's crazy. Things are just nuts right now. But Devil, if you can, if I don't know if links are enabled, but if you want to drop the link, your link, you can. Probably K-Fake fans, yeah, probably, yeah. Last day for my book. It ends tomorrow. God damn it. Do better. Going on demand. Okay, I will do a on demand Devil Flyer. And your stuff will go out very soon, very soon. And Devil, do you have the digital files, or do you still need those? I kind of I wasn't sure where we left off on that. See, I need like a second highlight color here, like other than blue. Maybe we'll do like a green. Like we'll do some blue here, but then like green up here and then green down here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Devil, dude, congratulations. I think you don't take this the wrong way, but it looks like from what I see you post, dude, looks like you're overachieving, dude. Congrats. Like, really, I'm not joking. Yeah. I mean, that's a little bit of a thing, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, I think I'm like grouped into the people that jump to a conclusion, but at the same time, dude, like a lot of my stuff, dude, like I've been completely critical, like of those guys and of that channel for a long time now, and yeah, some of it comes down to what happened today, and I'm not saying I predicted it, right? That would just be silly, but like I've been critical. So, like I felt like some of it was, and I think other people felt it too. It was like my, like I earned the right to criticize them. So, like it's kind of like when with everything with Piskor, it's almost just like it's so heinous that nobody wins. Like there's no winner. Like no one gets the high horse. Like not even the people who are virtue signaling, trying to make themselves feel better. No wrench. Oh yeah. Yeah, file for my piece. Yeah, I don't know if I did the digital share folder yet. Norin, what's up, bud? So many people tonight, guys. Like, thank you so much. No joke. All right, so let's get some of the face. I think we'll just switch to. So these are also Target pencils right here. These guys are from Target. Like, and yeah, like the reds are like it's kind of like yellow goes right away, and then like red matriculates. Red kind of goes slowly. No runs, yeah. Okay, I'll get the digital files over to you. I apologize, Devil Flyer. I almost feel like she should have black uh lipstick, dude. Like her lips should be like pitch as like kind of like the girl from Legend when she becomes like the demon girl at the end. Like Mistress Darkness or whatever the heck they call her. But here we go, right? Like we can kind of see some of that now. And then what I'll do is like I'll go back over with the Prismacolor and we'll get more of a pop. And by pop I just mean like more blending. We'll get more of a blend. There we go. See, this I feel like needs to be more, it needs to have more of a shift. And I may have to we may have to bring out some of that purple. So we'll wait on that though. But like, yeah, you guys can see it though, right? Like you see where those highlights, they make it easy to add the roundness. Looks 3D. Oh yeah, Tyson. Holy crap! Yeah, I was just trying to explain that. Holy crap, Tyson. Wavelength, dude. Like you took that right out of my brain. Oh, yeah. Like I don't have my my overlay. I took off my overlay because I am an idiot. I guess we need it now. Let's see here. Bingo bango. What we got over here? Time for your meds. Yeah, dude, it's just funny, dude. There are so many individuals now just hate watching the kayfabe videos. Where are they? I feel like we need like a good brown. Maybe. Well, actually, let's get into. I said purple, right? This is purple. Even though that might look blue on camera. But let's just kind of get into right here. So sometimes when you kind of incorporate another solution for like a black, we'll say, right? Like that's kind of what purple is. Like it's another solution for a black. And yeah, you can go all in or you just do it in a couple spots. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're just using it in a couple spots. Double flyer. Oh, okay, yeah, Devil. Thanks for responding to that. Yeah, dude. I just, I feel bad. Like I just feel, um, like you kind of you always get caught sometimes. Like you get caught between, uh, like I don't want to say like the content, but like it gets to the point where, uh like it's almost just like my next round of kayfabe videos that I was kind of just playing with were really going back to the idea of just commentating back on the channel, because I still feel like some of those videos need to be there for anyone that could think it's like, oh, like no one like Dane Jurgens and Zen Intergalactic Ninja was complete garbage, and Bill Tushy must have had must have had Wizard at Ransom to get she featured, like stuff like that, and without that pushback, like like it's a little bit of that other history goes away. Just even on a algorithm sense, and I'm sorry, dude, like them not pressing Eric Larson at all. Dude, no way. Like, come on. So whatever, like you get attacked, you get labeled for that. Like, period. All right, time for some green. Oh, I wanted to do some blue here real quick. I'm a little indecisive. Not indecisive what I want to do, just what my next moves are. So we need green, and I gotta start doing. I guess like all of her like leather and armor will be the same color gray. So it'll be like a charcoal gray, which kind of sucks because it's like more dark on top of dark. But let's get into some of these greens. Sorry guys, I was out of the chat, wasn't even looking at it. She looks awesome. Thank you. Dude, keep in mind, too, this drawing has tortured me. I did this one twice. I did it live years ago on IG Live for, like, made the, for Star Wars Day or whatever. And, like, kind of knew I had, like, an idea, but hated it. And just hated what the execution was and all that, like, fun stuff. So we might just do green, like, a little bit here and then we're going to rim it. And again, too, like again, this is why we do double, triple lighting, sometimes quadruple lighting, so we can kind of have options, and it does help with the coloring. It picks it up a little, makes it a little bit easier. Let's get to some of these. See what. It's all good. Nah, Devil. I'm a bad friend, Devil. Yeah, I don't I just don't get it, guys. And it's like how many times like people would kind of like I know like the Eric Larson, the Fanatics podcast, like tried to come after me on Twitter, and I think I even told that dude like I will. Like, let's go live. Like, let's talk about this. No one ever accepts the live invite, by the way. Like, which really goes to show you, like, that these people are keyboard warriors. Like they just don't have the gusto. And like, I just don't understand how you're not disappointed and angry at Eric Larson for turning that book into what he did and kind of pretend that he's like this comic book shaman. And it's like you're not much of anything if you resort to making your book into like a corn title that isn't even sold with the adult material. Right? Like, how's that? And, he's publisher, so he gets to list the book a certain way and protect it. But there's like a ton of problems with that. And that's a lot of like what some of this like pushback was like coming from me. I think that Eric Larson video has more views now than almost all the Eric Larson interviews outside of the kayfabe interviews. So again, like who's the people have spoken. The people have spoken. Thank you, Tyson. Thank you. I'm kind of liking it too, I'll say. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, and the Cyberforce ads are the ones that really triggered me because, dude, it's not even that, dude. They Trent Canigua from Creed. This is holy crap, guys! Brain fart. Who's the villain in Creed? Distort, Destruction. Holy crap! This glows in the dark, by the way. This guy, okay. Like all of the Holy Hero guys, which were teenage phenoms, and I do feel like that upset Ed. I really do, because those guys had the career that he wanted, and just because I made that observation, the kayfabers hated me. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm lost. Yeah, he is. And what happened to Fraga? Like how Fraga's entire arc and Fraga's entire artistry is like it gives so much credit to Rob Liefeld. Everyone that he picked for Extreme artist wise, the evolution that they've had collectively is insane. And Fraga is right there, dude. I think Fraga. At one time I was saying Panosian, but I think Panosian's work now definitely seems to be skipping. Fraga is consistent though. Everything I see him post. Yeah, dude. Like, I know what you're saying. Yeah, how like the Larson stuff is absolutely significant, and to brush it off. Sorry, guys. I'm also looking for I need a dark green here, and I'm not finding it. Maybe I got a one of my Five Below markers. Let's see. That's empty. Can we get anything out of it? Nah. Yeah, like it's just, dude, the Larson stuff is scary. And it shouldn't be, should not be accepted or tolerated. Like, and that doesn't mean he can't do, because you know who went off and did their own thing and just said, the hell with it? What's his name? Jim Ballard from, sorry, if that's too much noise, but Jim Ballard from Catwoman, right? He does, I forget the name of those books. What are those witchcraft books? Dude, that guy says, I'm doing the big titties with the thin waist. I'm doing it. And he's still doing it. And he's all in on his idea. And that's it. That's his marketplace. But he doesn't do what kind of like Larson did, though. I think Larson is way different because those Jim Ballard books, right? They're in the adult section. They're kept away from children, and this isn't like for the children argument or what about the children argument, but it's like this argument of the industry just ignoring it. Like that's where it seems goofy, dude. Here we go. Yeah, like the Erik Larson right now, like title wise, Savage Dragon should be an absolutely celebrated opus. Everything with Malcolm, the title changing, or like the character, like like we do have a different Savage Dragon. It's not the same one that we started with. That arc, Spawn tried it, failed. Shadowhawk tried it, failed. And again, like these people come at me as if I can't speak about this stuff. Drives me nuts. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess like I didn't realize either that there's like a pushback on the Larson style, just going back into like his Marvel days. And I didn't realize that. I thought Larson was universally accepted because I think he's good. Like he's a great artist. Like I like his style. I never had any qualms with his approach. We'll call it. Here we go. So the Piscor tribute should be. Let's see. Do you think we should check? Is it live? Let's see. Processing. 47 minutes left. But yeah, the tribute is just a let's just call it like a thank you, like a showcase. A definition of things can be complicated. I just also feel like, I guess like when I was growing up, green was like a Spawn color, right? Like green was like the highlight color for Spawn, especially like with some of those like early logo. Like the early Spawn logo colorways were the absolute best. The absolute best. The color combination, and I would say like of those books too, like Spawn was so well packaged. And like I always associated Green and Spawn, but now it's like I associate Green with a lot of Star Wars just because of Luke's lightsaber. It's just funny how kind of like your perception of things kind of like change and evolve through time. Yeah, I'm not saying one's true and one's false. Like they're both true, but no, hold up here. Yeah, dude. I think the Spawn arc, very similar to Savage Dragon. Like 1 through 100 is so well designed. Uh, Again, like people pretend that Spawn doesn't have an arc. Spawn has an arc. Dragon going through his like the Jack Kirby era. Well, like the Savage Dragon Jack Kirby era into 100 and beyond. Because like it did carry. Definitely of note. I just like I don't mind speaking of Larson within the stream because like we're all just kind of like having a conversation. But I am, it stinks because I refuse to do an Eric Larson video, and I'm sure he's upset by that too. But no, I mean it's just like one of those things. Yeah, like some people want to complicate that, but my Larson position to me is uncomplicated. No Ed video. No, there is an Ed tribute that just went live. The Scorched and King Sponsor is really good. Same Wisconsin. Yeah, some people like him, dude. Like, but what's like? I don't like the Scorch character. I never liked Priest as a character ever. I don't want to see Priest as Spawn. Gunslinger, like I'm not interested in Gunslinger. King Spawn maybe. Fatal J is. I'm gonna have to read Rat City because like everyone is saying to read Rat City now. No, no. Try being a shapeshifter to sell books and where you bought it. No, I got to write down who is Del Arzaz. That's a cool name. That's a great name, Arzaz. I'm probably not even saying that right. Yeah, regular Spawn. Yeah, at Tyson Lines. These guys are late night infomercials, middle aged men. Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. So now some of this, guys, like this is bothering me because this highlight here should be all green, and now we have that blue in there. I messed that up like big time. Makes me just want to walk away at this point. Let's get to the gray. Let's get to the gray. I cannot look at it now. It's so incorrect. I cannot even look at it Fuck. So sometimes with gray too, it's you can add to it, meaning like if you can pull gray onto something and you can put like you can use gray both ways. You can use it as like an overtone or undertone or like the color itself, if that makes any sense. So I'm just trying to see what some of these color options color decisions were when I drew this. Let's just get this arm complete. So the gray is like kind of real easy because you do like a good middle, and then you can really just use either like a gray pencil or black colored pencil, and you can really round everything out there. Yeah, how the '90s in the best artwork ever published lost their style. Yeah, it's like part of Tyson, part of Top Cow, uh, part of Top Cow Tuesday is going to be like I have to go into the modern age with Top Cow Tuesday, and it's madness to me because even the way I'm going to chart Witchblade, dude, like what happened to that book? Like it's Witchblade. Like no one talks about Witchblade now getting kind of nuked because it was uncomfortable. I guess I don't know why. I don't know if they ever said anything, if they put like any opinions out, or they just publish it and hope no one people buy it, but don't kind of make the connection that it's not the Witchblade that they want or grew up with. I don't know what they're doing sometimes. I think some of it is just it's lunacy. I just don't like nobody wants a Witchblade that is realistic crime drama. Like no. They tried that with the season 1 of the TV series. No one bought it then. It's so much like Tom McFarlane, the way how he would talk about like the Spawn movie being $1 million movie, gritty and realistic, and people are like, nobody wants that, Todd. Like nobody wants Spawn done that way. People want high fantasy. They want over the top. They want things that they cannot imagine, like on screen. Like wow people, like you just don't. Whatever. I'm kind of rambling. Mario, how do you feel? It seemed like hey, your content was about cartoonist kayfabe. No, I have. Let's see. Sure, let's address this right here. Right, we can do it. Let me put my. Here we go. Right here. So let's see. The Ed Piscor tribute is alive, guys. Just so you know. Yeah, it's funny. Like, there's definitely a a campaign at this point. So let's just see here. If we go to my channel, right? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out how do we navigate some of this. Oh wait, do I have to go to the YouTube app to get to my channel? How do I view? All right, so I have like 1,000 videos. It says right here 1,000 videos. So that would mean I had 500. I would have 500 videos I don't even need a paper for arithmetic. I don't have 500 kayfabe videos. I maybe have, I don't know, less than 20. So that's what you deal with, guys. Here we go. Are you concerned without Ed in case you're not going to have enough content? Wow. So these people really have no idea what the channel does. So it's right here in 4K. Clear proof. Well, I give them credit for trying to come in. That's the interview for you. Yeah, I'm going to check out that interview, Friggle. Yeah, I know. Dude, Witchblade, the lineage of Witchblade artists, though. Francis Renew Paul, Tony Daniel. Like there is such a strong lineage for Witchblade. Yeah, correct. Dude, I've been holding back on Comic Town 101. Doing nothing now. Comic Town 101 doing nothing but pushing X-Men keys because there's one thing to get hyped over. Yeah, I know, which is hilarious. Like I'm not against like the idea that like if you're upset and you like you kind of have an idea and a belief, or you think something is true, but to kind of like come in and pretend other things like don't exist. I mean, like you're really just creating a narrative. And people always say like, well, you did that with Ed. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I was a kayfabe commentator, and kayfabe was doing something of note. And I don't know how many different ways I can explain that, but I don't think they want to hear it. I don't think you guys want to hear it either, right? Like we just kind of want to be in our own bubbles, and do our own work. Give me 1 second, guys. I just need to try and pull some of this. And I should be using a gray or like a black pencil, but I like the blue. So we're trying to kind of get something out of here. And it's funny too. Like, oh, where's our boy at over here? Let's see what he's saying. It's trending up billion% CG census. Yeah, I know, dude. It's so crazy. It's the same as the Hornswoggle, his index. Like, there's not enough data aggregated to have a comic book index. Because even with Comic Tom, they will say like there's been 2 sales in 6 months, and it's like, what is that? 2 sales, is that an indicator of a market, like a market price for anything? Oh, sorry, thought hate your vids where I said that's how I found you. Oh, your top vids were about CK and eating hot Cheetos. Okay, well, that's true. Thank you. Hey, Cheetos now. Hey, look, dude, I started as a food channel. Keep that in mind. I started as a food channel. Yeah, I know. I get it, Tyson. Yeah. Just outside point of views are the topics. Yes. And people have reached, like, I would say, like, people of interest reached out to me to kind of say, even recently, like I'm talking before anything with kayfabe, they were like, your kayfabe videos are true, like they're dead on, and no one's saying it. People have said that about my position on manga in comic shops and saving comic books and things like that. People have told me my Todd McFarlane stuff, like kind of there, with the I'm very critical on Todd's whole history of narrative. Okay. And like the Kevin Smith Superman story. Like these are. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but these are the things. I'm kind of the only one saying. I'm the only one eating Cheetos. Yes, there's a lot of things we do here at AKA Pad that only AKA Pad discusses, and that doesn't mean I'm like purposely making things up. Like, yeah, I make a lot of these videos I make as I go along because I notice something or I get inspired, and like I get excited. I get excited sometimes with some of these vids because I'm just like, oh my god. And like I do a little bit of research to kind of sometimes see what's out there. And a lot of this stuff, it's like nothing else is out there. Like no one's talking about it. Why is no one talking about it? Or am I not seeing it? Like I think that's a little bit of one of my fears. I just feel like some of these things are just deemed dead topics by the algorithm or something. I don't know. But I'm not trying to figure it out because I make my own thing. Like I make my own topics. Like like I make my own kind of path. And everyone right here, big shout out to Martin over here for being a adult and owning up. Apology accepted, bud. Hopefully I can keep you. Hopefully you're a subscriber at this point. Yeah, and everyone thinks it's like you do YouTube for like fame and fortune. It's like, dude, you're not going to break through. Like YouTube for me, because I have like another life, like a different world than what you guys are used to seeing. YouTube is a capability statement for something else. All right, and that something else is very profitable, I'll say. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of it too, Tyson. Like I try not to think of anything I do on that level though. Like, like I really just try and think of like my videos just kind of like me kind of like talking about something or making a point or showcasing something. And dude, like we do, if you go through just my show, like I guess I should make a showcase playlist, right? But if you go through just the things I present, dude, there's so much there that people have told me. Like I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this was a thing. Holy crap, that's amazing. Like, and that's not me tooting my own horn, but it's educational and it brings you into the sphere of where we're coming from, like, and who we are. Where some of these things in these showcases were big deals, and they met like, dude, the Defenders of Dynatron City. I think everyone needs to watch that. I get it. It's an hour. Maybe you don't have to watch all the cartoon at the end, but the points I make in Defenders of Dynatron City video is something every single creator I know needs to follow that advice, because they look at comic books the wrong way. They're looking at comics the absolute wrong way. And you have to stop, because you should look at comic books as a vehicle for advertising. It's a revenue machine. So, work on your distribution, work on your numbers, and find advertisers. Like, those advertisers are there. And the Defenders of Dynatron City, like, really, like, I had this, like, such an eye-opening experience. It was, like, euphoric. And I think talking to all of you guys while I'm doing this validates, hopefully, some of my opinions on the art. Yeah, yeah, that's tough, man, dude. That's a tough uh that's a tough quote there, Snowball. Yeah, eating Slim Jims. So yeah, I still do food live streams on IG too, guys. I will not be described. I always thought you were a hack and a jock writer. Okay, well, wow. Well, thanks for the apology. Yeah, high school art level. Right, here we go. Look, look, look at this guy. High school art level. Well, I don't know. Maybe the high schools that you had around you, Arden. Uh, I'm sorry, dude. Like this is a guy that just wants he just wants what the AKA Pad Army does, and that's it. And I'm like, whose jock am I? Like, go back to this statement. Whose jock am I riding? Like, whose jock am I riding? Come on, like who? I don't think, dude. This guy's all over the place. He can go through and delete stuff. You can dish it out, but what me I can dish it out and not take it. Martin, I'm trying. Martin, would you like a invite? I will send you an invite if you want to come on stream right now. What about it? Silence. Yeah. Want to? I know. I would. Let's bring Martin on. Let's talk to him. Here we go. Look at this guy. How do I do that? What? Martin. Playing dumb. What mean, how do I do that? You know enough to find the live stream and to bomb the chat. Don't know how live streams work though, right? No idea. What a joke. Yeah, he's a troll. He's entertaining though. I mean, he's so far he's like a healthy troll. Can't take some softballs. No, I mean, what am I not doing? Mario, you're still here, buddy. You're still here. Yeah, it's like, Decam, like, that's the idea, dude. Like, let's like, let's create fantasies. Like, we should, like, as an artist. And now, guys, I do never. I hate calling myself an artist. I already take that back. I don't consider myself an artist. I just consider myself like someone that knows the tools, and I have a well enough memory to draw anatomy and things like that. Okay, and I have a good memory. Okay. So I do not consider myself an artist at all. But when you do stuff, right? Like when you engage in this type of practice, draw things, create things that don't exist, like really work on creating a fantasy for people. And the fantasy doesn't mean like they're dreaming about it in the shower or anything. It just means it's something from like it's alien. It's from another world. It's another idea, and I do feel like there's a lot of that. That's like if you can add like a mission, not like a mission statement, but kind of just like a branding definition. I feel like that is what's missing from modern comics. There's none of that idea of like We have to outdo Hollywood, right? Like if everyone's into the Marvel movies, and if Marvel isn't projecting images that will cost $100 million for a movie studio to recreate, they're doing a disservice. Like you should be outpacing Hollywood as a comic book company, meaning it took Hollywood like 40 solid years of special effects to get to like this point now, right? And the last couple of Sundays we've been doing some of the special effects books, and um like, but they're not though, right? Like it took Hollywood 40 years to catch up to comics, and now there's nothing. And like I said, that should be some of these like internal conversations that these companies have, so that when they hire someone, like you get like a mission statement saying, hey, like we think you're capable of creating images and pages for us, and we think you're a good storyteller. So when you sit down and draw, you have to kind of be mindful of this. I don't see any of that. And now the shit got serious. You don't say anything. Yeah, I'm not saying anything out of respect, Marion. Why other people have jumped on this. I was critical of kayfabe up to 4 years ago, and I was following that story. Sorry. Yeah, this is cover worthy for sure. Oh my god, Tyson, flatter me, dude. Swear to God, that looks good. Thanks, buddy. Thanks to Nick. Look, you guys know the rule. Don't trust anyone that doesn't have a crypt figure at their desk. I'm running out of some of this iced coffee. Martin, where are you from, dude? And thanks for hanging out, Martin. I think we're all feeding off of your energy, Martin. If Martin says he's from Philly, I'm going to lose my mind. Martin's probably like the type of guy, he's like probably from Philly, and he's like a Mets fan, but born and raised in Philly. Like instant enemy. Not that I do not believe in sports tribalism though. I believe if you there's a guy named Chuck Klosterman, guy, like just look him up, read him, buy his books. But he kind of had this analysis of like it's okay to like a sports team and then not to, because like what if that team moves on? Like like for example, like the people who are all in on the Kansas City Chiefs right now, right? Like, do you have to like the Chiefs when Kelsey and Mahomes move on? Right? Like you don't have to like the Chiefs at that point. You can just not like the Chiefs. You can, because maybe you like Patrick Mahomes more than anything. It's such an awesome observation. Oh, here it is, guys. We found the black. Yeah, I just think guys like Martin make a little bit, a little bit fun, a little bit interesting. I know they probably don't intend to. There, I don't get the troll stuff though. I think it's a very special person that trolls, or gets like fake obsessed and stuff like that. Like you're fake obsessed. Like you're not really passionate about something. Like passion doesn't even work that way. You think you're righteous, and you think you're like on like it's just funny too, where any of these trolls, like if you want to really like consider it, they have the same resources as myself, right? So they can do their own channels and do a rebuttal, but they don't, because they're, they can't figure it out, and they're not upset. even with this kayfabe stuff, dude, they're not upset at the right things. Like, they're more upset with me than they are with the people that Piss Core, like, actually listed and named. But if they were upset about that, that means like they would kind of be Comicsgate, right? Or at least kind of like what the pushback of Comicsgate is. And they cannot stomach that. It's amazing. It's an amazing like flip. What's Martin saying? Oh, Martin, you're going off, dude. Always, dude. I hope you sleep well tonight. Well, have a good night, Martin. I like Blue Jays. It's the only Canadian baseball team we got. Yeah, dude, Blue Jays, remember, what was it? 99? Blue Jays wiped the floor with the Phils. Yeah, I don't get you troll stuff. That's your channel. Okay, wow. Burn. You used to literally make fun of their opinions. Yeah, pretty creepy. Yeah, that's right. So if anyone is going to criticize them, it is me. I have like earned the right. And it's not their appearance, dude. There's other things happening with that, Martin. Martin, I hope you're not one of the people that think you actually learned something from that channel. Were you following the kayfabe effect? Buying books before they spiked on eBay? Also BS, by the way. That was a upcoming video. There was no such thing as a kayfabe effect. Some books spiked, but that was during COVID when everyone was dumping their money, dumping those free COVID checks. They rode that wave. Not truthful or honest about any of that at all. And yeah, sold subscriptions, convinced people it was a thing. So if you think they're so virtuous, dude, you are out of your mind. Skinny ass. Oh my god, this guy's such a. Yeah, and there were people hating on me because I brought up kayfabe in the bad. Like, yeah, dude, it's insane. Like the virtue signaling now for kayfabe. And here's the thing too: none of these people were there when that news story dropped. Right? That news story dropped, and comments were disabled, and no one really cares about that. I brought it up. I addressed it. Yeah, went back in the 90s. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Tyson, you earned the right to talk. COVID was wild. COVID was wild. Fun fact: did you know that Jim Rogue is married? Yes. That's what I mean about like some of the allegations. Like anyone that kind of had a wife and had children, you would be a little bit more reactionary, or if you did a statement, you could kind of come from a different place. Yeah, dude, like the COVID stuff's again, people don't like Comic Tom, dude, like cannot like their comment or their tracking is wrong. Because they're like, oh, like we're kind of in the recession now, and that's why books are low. And it's like, no, dude. Like, books were always low. But people spent their entire COVID checks on eBay and spiked books. And then guess what? Scammers and people who built profiles off of bad advice took advantage of it. And that's where it's wild, dude. Like, it's so wild. And people don't have, even now, there is like little sense of history, like recent history. Except for here, dude. We talk about that. And guess what? If it gets me a couple new subscribers per video, sure. Like, whatever. But I'm not doing it for that. Anyone that does 1,000 videos for the idea of putting ideas like out there, or kind of just pursuing what you think is like truthful. Anyone that does 1,000 videos doesn't care about subscribers. Oh, geez, Martin, it's Martin. I thought you were leaving. What Ed did was not right, but you were trying to profit off of. How am I profiting off of the misery, Martin? I'm not monetized. There's no ads on my channel, including the victims. You're right to get 200 views max, or you see videos. Not really. I had a few that were great. Dude, my channel, Martin, was at 250,000 views before any kayfabe stuff broke. It was at 250,000 views. My channel was already growing, dude, and it grew to the point of being monetized. Like, Martin, do you know how any of it works? Do you know how YouTube works? You probably don't. And right now, he's just like probably coping and trying to go through the feed to get technicalities. Martin, so virtuous, doesn't know how a live stream works. I love it. Yeah. The during COVID, you can say like the gatekeeping investor channel emerged, or at least got popular enough. Yeah, this whole idea that I'm like in it for like advertising revenue and stuff like that. Again, hilarious. Yeah, don't bring up kayfabe; they will come after you. Yeah, I know exactly. It's okay to make videos about the victim. Yeah, it's stupid. That is what the channel does. Correct. Thank you, Snowball. Copium is right. There we go. Here we go. Hold up. Snowball. His news is drunk ramblings and eating Cheetos. Okay, well, that's true. But that's not the subject of the news. Martin, you really didn't address what Snowball was saying there. You gave me your opinion of the presentation of the news, but not anything about the news itself. Not revenue per se, but attention, I guess, question mark. Oh, jeez. Like, what attention, dude? Like, Martin, do you really think I anticipate some of this? Like, Martin, like you don't think I know people like you were waiting in the wings for something like this? See, you were waiting for me because now you get to go on and be virtuous and be like a wannabe crusader. I did what I did knowing I was going to get flack from people like you. You're trying to cancel me as Ed was canceled. The crazy thing is, though, you're mistaken to the way to the side of the cancellation. The side of the cancellation is who Ed named in his letter. In his letter. Never mentioned Comicsgate, never mentioned EVS, didn't mention anything. I made those videos knowing I was going to get flack. So why would I want to make a video to get this type of attention? Yes, just like him winning the lottery once lifetime experience to troll. Oh my God. Martin, I feel like you're like exercising the demons. It probably like upsets them that I am like able to render, like like be a a capable artist and also do amazing YouTube commentary. Like the combination of that probably shatters everything Martin was hoping I would be. But I don't know why you would be upset at me. That news story did it, dude. That local news story is what did it in. Or like you're not even upset. Like, Martin, are you upset at Jim Rugg by any chance? I'll give you the benefit of that. Are you upset at Jim Rugg? So eloquently said. Well, thank you. He's practicing his trolling. He's not there yet, but he means to be. Okay. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, he's practicing his trolling. Here we go. Hold up. Oh, cool. All right, Martin. Cool. Well, I hope that channel does well. Yeah, I just want to know, like, is Martin upset at Jim Rugg for throwing his best friend under the bus to the wolves? Where, like, Ed wasn't Ed pretty explicit in that letter that Jim Rugg broke his heart. I mean, if we care about people's well-beings, right? I mean, you can't be on Jim Rugg's side at this point. Exactly. Martin will never admit that, though. Friggle. Martin would never admit that because right now we're seeing the cowardice, dude. Straight up coward. Which I said in my in my video, dude. Like, people are full of it that were pissed at me and not upset at that news story. Like, it's insane. It's insanity. And I'm not saying, like, I get it if you're not into what I am doing and was doing. I get it, dude. Like, maybe you love Ed Piskor so much, and you love Ed Piskor being a part of cancellation and just being a part of the toxicity of the American comic book industry, a willing participant in canceling other people. You're fine with that. But if you say anything. There we go. Jim Rugg video. What is titled again? What was it titled again? I said, yeah, it was What Does Jim Rugg Know, I believe, right? Which is also set to private. So the Jim Rugg video went away when he made his statement. And where was Ed's family? He had a bro. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I will crawl over broken glass. Yeah, to help. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's the thing, dude. Like, yeah. Like, I don't understand that, dude. I really the family thing too. Yeah, he gave him the speech, and again gave Greg Walking Dead when they first met. Yes. Jim Kyle, what is up, my brother? Guys, just so you know, Jim Kyle and I, like, we go back to like the AOL message board days or the AOL chat days, and geez, maybe 20 plus years. And now we're like bros again. We found each other online again. This dude is one. I can't speak on all of you guys. I can't speak on all of you because I don't. But Jim Rugg is one amazing artist. Too. Not Jim Rugg, Jim Kyle. Sorry, I don't believe Jim Rugg's a amazing artist. He's not a good artist. No, yeah, live the posts and videos take down. Yes. Yeah, Hart Fisher. Who's Hart Fisher? I don't know who Hart Fisher is. Do I need to look that up? I don't know who Hart Fisher is. Let's see. Hart Fisher. Hart Fisher. No. I don't know. I don't know if these are the right guys. These can't be the right guys. Not these guys. Or was I called out on? Dude, these this channel looks crazy though. Let's see. Hold up here. Some guy that was on Jerry Springer. Really? Nah. He's a nobody. Thank you. He's apparently didn't have their email addresses. Whenever I was pinching my family had my back. Yeah, like it's kind of funny where like my family, guys, like the past like 2 years, dude, like we've been through a lot, and if you kind of want to add 3 years, like even with the death of my father, we just been through like so much, dude. And like we kind of like stick, like we stick together, even though dude, like I'm not joking, my sister right now, I don't agree with some of my sister's moves. I don't, but she's my sister, and a part of what she was going through, a part of my role in that was to make her know that it's like, hey, like I still love you, like we're like I'm with you on this. I don't understand it all, but like you're my sister. Like I love you, and it's hard to if they thought he was innocent, how do you not reassure him to the point of feeling enough love to not to do anything? Oh, that's him. This guy. I don't understand though. He doesn't have a channel. Does he have a channel? I don't know. Like when was he? Like was he live or something? That guy now. Official. I'm a filmmaker, producer, radio of Heart Attack. I don't know. Well, good for him. Real comic expert. Yes, I am a real, and so's Kayfabe. They were experts. Jim Kyle in here, and Tyson knows his stuff. Jim Kyle's probably a comic book expert. There's not a lot. I don't think there's a Hart D. Fisher. No. Hart D. Fisher. So I just put like a D in it. Let's see. Hart D. Fisher. Oh, the same thing came up. I'm already kind of done looking. $18 viewers. No, someone here, someone on Twitter made sure I knew I had 18 live viewers. Yeah, I know. Well, I never, I think a lot of my streams just did better afterwards. I also have like a giant history of live streaming. Again, like live streaming into the darkness. I mean, like, do you most people don't even realize how often I would live stream with nothing, like with zero. And it's like all of a sudden, what, like this level of it's funny. Well, hopefully people find the Ed Piskor tribute. Okay, Hart D. Fisher is an American horror. Yeah, best known for creating Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, for founding Boone. Oh, wow. Okay, I think I'm familiar with that. He made a comic book by Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, what the fuck? I looked up the League of Comics. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what? Tyson added the link above. Oh, okay. At least Jim Kyle knows what's going on among these nobodies. Watching is nobody. Well, I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't let you post at Jim Kyle. Yeah. I think links are disabled, Jim Kyle. I posted on my end. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yeah, it just came across it. Dude, I get it. Yeah. Oh, same stream I was in earlier. Jeez. Yeah. Well, it's funny, dude. Like, you know. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was quite the jerk. I'm just trying to do my Star Wars drawing here, guys. You know, like, and I guess it's like it's tough to grasp, like where I'm at too, cause like even when it comes to like this stuff, guys, you know, like my goal is always just to get good. You know, like I don't care. Like I got to the point where I just like even forgoed, you know, like looking for publishers and things like that. I just said like, you know, like let me continue with my other work and just always practice, you know, and you know, this is me practicing. Like I'm practicing artwork. Like I'm just practicing getting good at stuff. You know, and I guess like if people can't imagine like a short-term gain on things, but I don't know, you know. Let's get some of these going here though. But Jim, dude, how are you doing, Jim? Like, what's going on? What, are you working on anything, Jim? Any commissions? Anything we should know about? Jim Kyle, everyone, available for commissions. I know that, right, Jim? I don't have to ask you about that. I know you're available for commissions. Yeah, real jerk. Oh, kind of unhinged guy? Jeez. Unhinged about what? Hey, Frankenstern, what's up, dude? Frank, how are you? Frank, I'm not lying, dude. I was kind of like not saying I was like welcoming it, but it's just good to see you're doing well because you were pretty crazy even before with everyone. So Frankenstern here, Frank, do you want like a link to the live stream or anything? Let me know. But Frank kind of goes back to my earlier kayfabe videos. He's always been a detractor and you know little bit nutty. But Frank, are you what are you doing with the Vietnam stuff, dude? Like that was kind of cool. Like, are you like historian? Like, what were you reading on that Vietnam video? What's on her head? A book? Oh wow, burn. There will be time. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, Frank, let me know. Let's see here. Oh, up here we have. Oh, guys, give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold up here. I'm trying to see this one comment, guys, and I am just working. Jim Kyle, just working. I also come on. I love the shark though. I love the shark. Here we go. Total happens. That is I would say 0. Like it's 10 the most, dude. It's 0. I didn't know that Jim was an artist as well. Yeah, Tyson, are you an artist, or do you mean like me and Jim, or Jim and I? Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids is good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. There might have been like a biography, maybe biography Dahmer book, and then there was like the Jeffrey Dahmer's My Neighbor, I believe. Like the I was like the Nom series. Yeah, I know. So that guy Frank that was in here, he did this like it was I think it was like a Tet offensive Vietnam video, and I think it was like reading like an old news report or something. It was kind of like creepy, but like interesting. I'll say the Nom was cool. Nom was great, guys. I'm still planning a big Nom uh like retrospective. And I kind of like I was back and forth with a couple dealers to get like 1 through 50 or like 1 through 60. And keep in mind too, like the Nom devolves into a Frank Castle origin story. Like that's where that series goes. Yeah, same here. Yeah, it was, dude. Uh groundbreaking on every level. 8 years. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Maybe. So what did run to up to issue 80? I feel like I always have to look that fact up. Give me 1 second, guys. I kind of want to maybe move on to like I kind of like it's been oh my god, it's been 2.5 hours, and normally these are a solid 2 hour like coloring sessions, a color sesh here. But we've been talking and doing other stuff, so I've been distracted. Like, geez, what could ever distract me? And it's always like, like you like a part, you hate a part. You like a part, you hate a part. That's the process. That's what drives a person crazy when you get this deep into working on something. But again, too, it's like you do enough of the little stuff where kind of like when you're bigger and we'll call it like a little bit more serious, the decisions are a little bit more invisible, like they're just a little bit more natural because like you kind of trust even just like something down to your hand-eye cord, like just the coordination between your hand and eye. Yeah, that's probably is one of my favorites. One Punch right. Yeah, like the Nom flows right into, and I don't know, like, did they ever? It was like a Punisher Max series, but it was like called Born, and I think like it retells like the Vietnam stuff, and it kind of sets it up to where Frank Castle survived Vietnam because he made like a deal with the devil, and the devil would like like get its like reward, which would like hinting the family, like his family, he would have to sacrifice his family. 80 issues, yeah, that's insane. Yeah, leave it as just a partial sketch. I know, I do like some of that stuff. Yeah, I hate the variants so much, like the variant culture in comics, but I think some of the ideas around them are pretty interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it like as is. Like it gets to the point too where you're done like dealing with something. You're done dealing with it. like like I made my peace with this vision in my mind, and I can move on to other spoils. And really, guys, again, like thank you for sticking with the channel, sticking with me, defending me if that ever came up, dude. Like, guys, I don't ask, but thank you. Either way, like, thanks. It means a lot. And look, it's a little scary. It's a little nerve wracking when all of a sudden you become a focal point. But gotta stay tough, dude. Gotta stay tough. Yeah, 1 in 166 variant like Spawn. Yeah. Yeah, Born and Platoon Punisher. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was like kind of, I think Tony Rodriguez drew that. All right. Did Tony Rodriguez pass? I forget. I forget who drew that. Born. Great artwork though. That was kick ass. Yes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Tyson. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Yeah, I just like, isn't that weird? Like that's a relevant thing right now. Protect all pads. Then you have the Jason Aaron retconning him into, yeah, dude. Like the Jason Aaron, I cover that, and I feel like the positioning again. We'll go to positioning of that first issue though was he he found like he found something new to do, and that is absolutely exciting. To later connect it to like the God of War, dude, I don't know, but the that first issue, like there was enough meat on the bone to read another. I might have bought the first three of those. I think after issue three, I kicked it. I was done. Yeah, yeah, it turned out mid, but issue one though, issue one I think was ballsy. It was good positioning. Yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. D came. The beginning was good and tied into Daredevil. Yeah. Look, guys, it's like, yes, there's good modern comics. Yes, there's good superhero comics. Yes, there's good work from the big two, but this is not. Um, it's still not continuity driven. It's not interconnected. There's no real time investment. There's no real like dopamine drip when you go from like book to book, or you hit the comic shop on Wednesday and you almost like forcefully outspend every Wednesday because there's things you have to read when you get home. That is not there. And that's the effing problem. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, dude, like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say like maybe like we're in what you would call like the mid era. Like everything's just kind of okay. Like uh there's no FOMO. There's no FOMO in titles. Yeah, the guys like Comic Tom though, they'll talk about FOMO with collecting and talk about it being a good thing. You know, but you're crazy if you talk about FOMO in reading and building readership. Isn't that crazy? All right, guys. All right. Almost 3 hours. Holy crap. You guys made the time fly by. Yeah, right? Dude, I remember like the 1-2 combo. I just and I might be like merging and conflating. It was um Cable with Joe Casey and Jose Ladron and like Earth X. And I don't know why, dude. Like Earth X just hit this like trigger in me. And then like you kind of had Mr. Majestic from Wildstorm, another Joe Casey title. I thought at one time Joe Casey was going to take over all the comics, and kind of like never happened. But and then it was like the men of action, the people behind Ben 10, they were all working on like the Superman title. So you had like Steven Seagal, like Ed McGuinness, Ken Kelly, Superman, like Worlds at War. And that kind of like that crossover or like interconnecting, like like that bled right into Identity Crisis. And dude, when Identity Crisis was dropping, it was like people would buy it and read it in the comic shop. All right, like that's real FOMO. Yeah, various incentives. Yeah, just made a good book. Worry about releasing all this stuff later. Yeah, all right, guys. I think I'm going to jump ship. Look, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's like and Tyson, if you read Identity Crisis, you have to read it a little bit like Watchmen, where you have to imagine time between issues. It helps put it in context. Okay, and Identity Crisis, in my view, was like the beginning of like DC unraveling, because they kind of just went like so hard on this realistic thread, and they really couldn't get out of it until until Flashpoint, and everything kind of became like a retcon reboot. Like it got very very tough, but like you can kind of say too, like Identity Crisis goes all the way back down to Infinity Crisis, or you can kind of say Flashpoint to Crisis of Infinity Earths. Like that's like your history there. History now that is also meaningless, right? Means nothing. So there you go. All right, guys, I gotta go. I love you, really do. Rock and roll.